Week one, we're going to be looking at the scientific method, which is chapter one out of the textbook by Turow. Your assignments for this week, probably the most important assignment is to get your masteringchemistry.com account registered. Remember, Mastering Chemistry is where all of your homework, activities, exams, all of that takes place on that website. So it's important that you get registered as soon as you can. You will also have an introduction discussion board this week. Remember, your posts are due by Thursday night at 11:30, and then you have to do 2 responses to your classmates' post by Sunday night at 11:30. You're going to be completing the outline of the notes of chapter 1 by watching my videos. Chapter 1 is a very short chapter. But after you complete the notes, then you want to go to the textbook and actually read the chapter. And as you read it, remember, complete the skill builder and conceptual checkpoint questions at the end of each section. Don't go on to the next section until you get those questions correct. And then finally, you also need to work the first homework assignment. Now, usually the homework assignment comes from the chapter that we read that week. But for this first week only, your assignment is an intro to how masteringchemistry.com is going to work. Once you get registered, you'll be able to see all the assignments for the semester. So here is on Friday night at 11:30, the first homework assignment, Introduction to Mastering Chemistry. And when you open that up, you'll see the different types of questions that you'll have in this assignment. So you're going to go through exercises to understand how to enter numbers with the correct number of sig figs, how to handle a labeling question or a ranking question, but you also will be introduced to, for example, how to draw molecules, which will be important later on in this semester. So, for example, that question takes you through step by step. It looks worse than it is, but this is just some features that you're going to have to use. So this first week, you obviously don't know what all of this bonding information is about, but when we get to that chapter later on, it'll make sense. Right now, what you want to be able to do is use this tool in order to be able to draw a chemical such as this one. So it's not as bad as it seems. This assignment is going to take you through not only different types of questions, but it's going to show you what happens when you put in an answer incorrectly. So it's going to tell you to do some things that aren't right, but you'll still get credit as long as you follow the directions for all of those questions.